role play where I like showed you a ton of fancy dresses, and all of these dresses were in the video, but I never actually got to show you what they all looked like, and I don't get the opportunity to wear them very often, so I wanted to make a video showing them off. So yeah, I guess with all that said, let's just get right into the video. I'm starting with the two shorter dresses. This is the first one. This dress was also featured in my mom sews you a dress, 1960s mom sews you a dress video. And no, I didn't actually sew this dress. It is a vintage dress. You would guess by looking at it that it's probably a little itchy, but it's actually not. The inside has this really nice satin lining, so you can't even, not even the sleeves are itchy, even though you're being touched by glitter and mesh. But yeah, so the back is kind of the pièce de résistance, because my favorite part of, my favorite style of 1960s, fancy party dress is when it has the bow and then the waterfall back where there's a ton of gathered fabric underneath the bow. The other blue dress in the video that comes up near the end, that has the same thing on it, so you'll see that on that one as well. I really enjoy this dress. It's a nice white cream color. I also think this is a fun little touch. I think it must have been handmade for someone, because the tag has the name Karen on it. Karen, this is Karen's dress, but not that kind of Karen. But yeah, I just think this is a fun little touch, and it must have been hand sewn for Karen's prom or homecoming. And it's just so special because the main reason I love vintage clothes so much is because I like to think of how many lives has this dress lived? Where were they going? What were they doing? And how am I giving the dress a new life? I wore this dress to my senior homecoming. My senior year homecoming. So yeah, it was a very fun night. My feet really hurt because I had these shoes that were really sucky, but yeah, this was for my senior homecoming, but I had actually had it since my sophomore year of high school. But I finally got to wear it to homecoming because I never got a junior homecoming because of COVID, but I did get a junior prom and a senior prom, and then I never went to my sophomore homecoming. Yes, this dress is very special. On to the next one. This is the other shorter dress. First things first, this dress does not really fit me. In the clip you are seeing, it is literally, I could barely breathe in the clip. And I don't know what happened, because I wore this to my high school graduation, and it fit then, so I don't know what happened now. And fun fact about this dress, I got this dress for free, because my sister, we were both in theater in high school, and her theater was getting rebuilt, and they were cleaning out all the costume closets, and I got a ton of dresses for free, and this was in their costume closet. I also wore so this is a topper part, but I wore this to my graduation with the little cape on. Let me get this off. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Come on, you got it. Oh god, no, I don't. Okay, there we go. I wore this underdress on its own in a play that I was in high school as well, and and you couldn't see it with the cape on, but the cape part has this same material running down the sides of it. It's this, like, the inside has a nice satin lining, but the outside of the dress and the coat part are all a nice chiffon fabric. And I'm quite partial to this dress because chiffon is my favorite fabric. And once again, that blue dress that has the like capelet detail on the back with the bow. Hold on, I'll talk to you while I get this done. As the capelet detail on the back with the bow is also chiffon. But yeah, so this lace is the same as this lace on the bodice. But yeah, when I tried this dress on for the video, I had to squeeze into it, man. Which I was like, wow, not a lot changed. But apparently, well, because all these other dresses fit exactly the same as they used to, except this one. So I'm a little confused. The dress must have shrank, because I don't know, every other dress fit the same as it did when I wore it the first time. But yeah, this dress was a very special moment. All of these dresses have kind of nice stories behind them, and I wore them to something fun. So yeah, this was my graduation dress. So now we're on to the long dresses. And this dress is very special because it was I had started dressing in 1960s fashion when I was a junior in high school. And since I didn't get a junior homecoming, I never got to wear a fancy dress to that. So this was the first time I ever got to wear a full 1960s vintage party dress, because I wore it to my junior prom. So it was the first time I got to wear one out at a school event, and it was the best day ever. However, you can see there, I'm trying to hide it and you can't really see it from far away, but we went to dinner, like the group I went with, we went to dinner, and I spilled soy sauce on my dress. It was a Japanese restaurant and they had these little packets of soy sauce, and I spilled soy sauce on my dress. It didn't get on my shoes. But it did get on my purse and the dress, but from far away, it's not very noticeable. Like, if I hadn't told you it was there, you probably wouldn't know it was there. It comes with this little sash, which I wrapped around my waist, but I'm guessing you could probably wrap it around your hair or somewhere else, but I just put it around my waist. The bottom of it has like this pattern on it. It also has a slit that goes up the leg on either side. There's more soy sauce on the bottom here. Where did I just saw it? There was more soy sauce. There you go, more soy sauce. But yeah, it has this nice pattern on the bottom. But even though it's been tainted with soy sauce, it still has a lovely, beautiful flower pattern on this. I recently saw a dress at a store that I can only guess is the same. It was at a vintage shop that I can only guess is the same brand, because it was like pink and it was in this like exact kind of chiffon, and it had a similar design on it, and it had this color as well. But I've seen many dresses like this before, so I'm guessing it was quite a popular brand. But yeah, this dress also has a satin lining with a chiffon outer lining. But yeah, it's very beautifully, I'm guessing it's like painted on, I doubt it's like a print or anything. But it's very beautiful. beautiful. Yeah, this is my junior prom dress. So this is the blue dress I keep mentioning. This, while we're staying on the theme of prom, this was my senior prom dress. And if you're wondering, yes, it is very itchy. It is itch city. But yeah, for prom, I wore this with some like long white gloves. And I had my hair kind of up like this, but it wasn't in a bun. I had it in almost a French twist situation. But yeah, it has the same situation on the back. But whereas on the other white dress at the beginning, where the bow and the ruffles are both fully attached to the dress, this part, like the waterfall parts, is not attached to the dress, so it hangs freely and it's very beautiful. So, because even though this dress is itchy, it is like the most beautiful dress I've ever seen in my life. It was a very fun night. I didn't do a lot of dancing because they didn't really play the kind of music I listened to at the dance, but this dress was very special that night. But yeah, so the way this dress works is how you like put it on, because you're probably wondering what is happening here. This part of the bow like clips on. It's like a clip that you can undo, and then you zip down the back. That's why the bow has a hole, but then it like connects at the bottom. But it's this very beautiful chiffon. Like this part, from this part down, it's not itchy, but for some reason behind these flowers, they put the most uncomfortable mesh ever in existence. Because the lace isn't even itchy. It's just this mesh that they put on the inside is so itchy. And I have no clue why they didn't pick like a softer mesh. I mean, I don't know. Because this also looks, a lot of these look handmade because they don't have a tag. Like this one doesn't have a tag. The yellow one, not the one I just showed, but the one before that I wore to my graduation, that one doesn't have a tag. I think the only one that has a tag is the one I wore to my junior prom. This was kind of a sad night though too, because I couldn't find, I can drive, I have a driver's license, but I just prefer not to drive. I'm not a very good driver, I don't think. So it's not a great idea for me to drive, and I couldn't find anyone to drive me. So I had to drive to the prom, and it was like 15 minutes away. And I was like, this is not what I want to be doing with my prom night. But I had a good time. While I was there, I was sitting there with my gloves on, sipping my Dr. Pepper. And they had like all these like fake champagne glasses. So I was drinking Dr. Pepper out of a fake champagne glass. So yeah, this dress was a vibe. No, this dress is really special because it's my favorite. Which is kind of weird because the white dress was the first fancy dress, like first vintage, full 1960s vintage fancy dress that I bought. But this one I bought right after it. But I have never had the opportunity to wear it somewhere because I felt like it was too hot to wear anywhere, because it's long sleeve all the way to the floor, high neck, which that yellow one I wore to my junior prom is, but it's of a lighter fabric. This is like a heavy cotton. It's very warm, so the only time I would probably ever be able to get away with it is during the winter time, but I can't really wear it to like a dance because it's really hot. So I have no clue where I'm ever going to be able to wear this, because, and it's so upsetting because this is my favorite dress. The like dark blue, as you can tell by now, the only two colors of fancy dress I own are yellow and blue. But this one is just absolutely stunning. I love how eclectic the pattern is and how the sleeves and the neckline have these sequins. Yeah, this one doesn't have a tag, so I also assume it was made like handmade. But I'm literally absolutely that moment. Because I just love the way it looks. I think it's very much, I don't know, I enjoy the way that it sits. And I think it's just, I like that the other dresses I have are a little less fitted, and I like that this one has the fitted elements as well, that it's a little tight around the shoulders so I can't move a lot, but beauty is pain, right? But yeah, it's a really thick cotton. Like the inside is almost fuzzy, the outside is kind of almost fuzzy as well, like it's really meant for warm weather. I think I will have the opportunity to go to a fancy dinner sometime in the near future, just because I joined this club at my school, and we're having a fancy dinner sometime in the near future, so I will probably get an opportunity to wear this dress somewhere, which is a big excitement for me. Also, I'm guessing you could hear it's a little thundery. That like just started happening, so you didn't hear it in the other clips, but yeah, in the zipper, it's a metal zipper. All of them are, well, no, wait, this one's not a metal zipper, that's what I meant to say. This one is not a metal zipper, which is like magical if you know anything about like vintage clothes, is that metal zippers are the freaking worst. But this one doesn't have a metal zipper. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, cool cats. Okay, cool cats. Okay, cool cats. That is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed me showing you my fancy dresses, because I certainly had a great time showing you them and trying them on and everything related to that. As always, I have been Laurel Canyon ASMR. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, you don't have to, but it is always just very much appreciated by me, and it's making this